Heyo survivors, welcome to this video. Today, I think it's about time that we talk about the episode 4 Take Us Back achievements, because I don't really feel like anybody is discussing these. Before I start off this video, yes, it's recorded at fucking almost 3 AM. It's 3 AM in the evening. Anyways, I want to give a big shout out to Chris over on Twitter. He's a super nice guy, super chill and super down to earth. I really think that you should go follow him if you aren't already. And if you aren't following him, you're seriously doing something wrong with your life, dude. Like, what the fuck? Go follow this dude. He's amazing. So some of the things I'm going to be talking about in this video is based off a tweet he made on the 24th of January, so like 3 days ago. And it was a super good tweet, and it was really well received, and it talks about some things that may be happening in episode 4. So yeah, before we get into it, I also want to say that there may or may not be spoilers. I'm not too sure. This may or may not contain something that could be considered as spoilers, but I wouldn't really say that. But yeah, you have been warned. In case you want to go into like episode 4 Take Us Back completely blind, then don't watch this. Of course, as I said, we're going to be discussing the achievements from episode 4 Take Us Back. So yeah, if you want to go in completely blind, don't watch this video, because it may give you some hints or something about what's going to happen. So yeah, as I said, if you want to go in blind, don't watch this video. So anyway, first of all, we should look at the achievements. The achievements have been leaked for a long time, but I don't really feel like anybody has talked about them. So we have 1, 2, and 3, which is Red Water, Final Lesson, and Savior. These are just, you know, the basic ones you always get with every Walking Dead game. The ones you just get from progressing through the game. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't have any influences or whatever. It just you just get them from completing the game. So it's just completed Act 1, completed Act 2, and completed Act 3. These are fairly easy to get, like, as in you don't even have to try to get them. You just get them from playing the game. So these are not really important, and I don't really feel like they need to be discussed, because you will get them no matter what. So fuck those achievements, and they don't really tell us anything other than that we completed the first arc or the second arc, third arc of episode 4. So yeah, and then we have Survivor and Home at Last. Survivor is when you find all the collectibles for episode 4, and Home at Last is going to be when you've placed all the collectibles in Take Us Back episode 4. We've had these achievements with every single episode, so yeah, nothing new there. So yeah, and then we have these 4 right here. There's Goodbye, You and Me, Promise, and Lost and Found. Now I want to say that some of these has been changed a bit. Like Promise, I think over on Steam is called, what is it? It's called Better Life, and Lost and Found is called Time Bomb. So some of these achievements have been changed. However, the descriptions are not on Steam anymore, or they never were. So you can't see what the actual description for the achievements you can get in Take Us Back is. But you can see them on some kind of websites, but that may or may not be outdated. So I'm not too sure about these achievements, but we're gonna go through them anyway. So we have Goodbye, Did All You Could. You and Me came full circle. And then Promise / Better Life. It says Said You'd Never Leave. Lost and Found, or Time Bomb if you so will. Found Clem's Hat. So we're gonna go through like the easy one first. The first easy one here is Lost and Found, or Time Bomb if you so will. The description for this achievement is Found Clem's Hat. So I'm guessing since episode 4 is most likely gonna start off directly after episode 3 where the bomb exploded, she may or may not lose her hat in that instance, and that's kind of what I'm thinking is happening. So and we'll probably have to, you know, go back, find it, whatever. So this is probably a determined achievement as well. It would be cool if it wasn't, if you could actually like lose her hat for real. That would be kind of cool, and you have to get it, or either you get it or you don't get it. That would be super cool in a sense, because you actually have something to lose. But yeah, this is just gonna be the fucking generic Scooby-Doo bullshit, you know. That's completely what I think this achievement is. And now we're gonna go through the 3 achievements right here, which I think is super interesting. Chris pointed this out again. Go follow Chris on Twitter. Of course, nothing I'm gonna say here is set in stone. Now, it's Chris's opinion that I'm gonna use here. I'm simply using that because I agree a lot with Chris, and I think that his concept is super cool. However, the little downturn, the little con I have with its theory that I'm gonna talk about in just a second, is that in my opinion, I don't think one certain achievement for Take Us Back will be enough, because all these 3 achievements is gonna tie together in this theory right here. So yeah, we're gonna get back to that a little later. Let's first go through the tweet Chris made like 3 days ago and see what he has to say. He's a really cool guy. Again, go follow him. I've said that like 4 times now, 4 times, but just do it, okay? Trust me, you're not gonna regret it. So here is Chris's theories on Goodbye, You and Me, and Better Life. So he has the idea that Goodbye will be AJ's determined death. You and Me will be the ending where both AJ and Clementine lives, and then trust that someone else is going to be Clem's determined death, and Violet and Louis is going to be taking care of AJ. And I think this theory is really fucking solid. Like, I think there's a good possibility that this will be what's gonna happen. The only thing that's kind of holding me back on this theory is that, again, I think that if we would have to play the game 3 times to get all 3 achievements, I mean, I see that. I mean, that's the only thing that seems kind of weird to me, because Telltale, or at least the Walking Dead games in general, has never really done anything like this. Spoiler for episode 3 before we get into this. But then again, and I'm gonna spoil something here from the ending of episode 3, so click off right now if you haven't played episode 3. But we haven't really seen anything like James's determined death either. We know by now, because Skybound tweeted about this a while ago, that if you save James, or James doesn't die in your ending, because if you didn't know, James can die in the ending of episode 3. He died for me the first time I played through it. It's the choice where either you make AJ shoot Lily or don't shoot Lily. If you don't shoot Lily, Lily will stab James through the neck, and if you do shoot Lily, Lily dies and James will live. Skybound has previously confirmed that if somebody has a death scene like James has right here, it's gonna be a determined death. And the thing is that if you save James, like we low-key, like indirectly save James, if we shoot Lily, we save him in a sense, then he has 0% chance of dying later on, which means either you have James in episode 4 or you don't have James in episode 4. So that's what kind of like, you know, you might say that this theory that Chris has here is pretty far-stretched. But we have to realize that the Walking Dead games are changing as a general. Like, Season 4 of The Walking Dead, the final season, is nothing like Season 1, 2, or 3. There is no fucking, you can't avoid this bullshit kind of choices. Like, there's things you literally can't avoid, and there's things that's gonna happen. And again, we have to realize that so far, the final season has been nothing like Season 1, 2, and 3. Because there are literally choices that it's gonna directly, like, replace characters, and we haven't really had that. Like in season 2, if you save Sarah in season 2, for example, she'll just die later on, so your choice doesn't matter. But here you have the choices to pick between like Louis and Violet, for example, and if you choose either one, you will get scenes with either one of them in episode 3. And if you kill Lily or don't kill Lily, you get James in episode 4, or you don't get James in episode 4. So I think this theory right here that Chris is coming up with is very likely, because the games are changing in general. Whether you like it or not, the games are changing. It's not the same anymore. It's not like there's going to be one solid ending. I truly believe that we're going to have different endings in this. And just like we had in episode 2, it's different who gets captured, you know, at least for Violet and Louis. It's different how people feel about you. It's you can leave them in different ways, guilt-ridden and whatever. You can leave people in a ton of different ways in this game. I, for example, in my playthrough, left Violet feeling betrayed in a sense. Don't remember if that's the exact word used, but it's something along the lines of that. And I know a lot of people didn't do that, and a lot of people probably haven't seen the same scenes as I have. Unless you're on Twitter, then you probably have seen everything. But the thing is, yeah, the games are changing, so I think this theory right here that Chris has about the achievements of episode 4, Take Us Back, I think it's very, very fucking plausible right here. I think this is a really fucking solid theory he's coming up with, and I just wanted to share with you guys. Like, I think there's a good possibility, like, that Chris is pretty accurate on this one. You can see it on the feedback of the tweet as well, that people are, you know, kind of agreeing with this shit. It seems kind of likely, and it seems like kind of a good theory. Anyways, whether it's gonna happen or not, of course, none of us knows. The only time we're gonna know that for sure is on the 26th of March. So yeah, this is all I have for you today, guys. I just wanted to share this really interesting theory that Chris came up with. I thought it was really cool, and I thought it was worth pointing out, making a video about, because I wanted to talk about the achievements anyway, but I couldn't kind of, you know, figure out what I thought the achievements meant. But then it's good that there's people like Chris right here that has a few fucking brain cells and knows what he's talking about, or at least it seems like it. Yeah, again, go follow him. What are you doing? Fucking link is in the description and on the screen and everywhere. Just fucking go follow him on fucking Twitter, dude. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like if you like this video. It's kind of fucking obvious, isn't it? If you didn't, if you fucking hate it, leave a dislike and leave a comment about what you think of these achievements and what you think they mean. Because of course none of us is gonna be sure before the 26th of March. So yeah, leave a comment about that and subscribe to join the camp. And that'll be it for me today. So good night, sleep tight, don't let the walkers bite.